Yes, I think.
Here's the beauty for YouTube. Hello there, and welcome to this first round of Duel Commander of the 2025 Relic Fest. I'm here with Bitzelberg.
Hello,
How are you,
guys.
mate?
I'm here with JA. It's actually the first time that we are sitting together here with the camera, but
Yeah.
it's not the first time that we're casting together.
Yeah, sure.
We had that a long time ago at the Strasbourg event, I think, casting the top 8. It's
Yep.
2 or 3 years ago. So this was planned some time ago. This year I'm here. We finally made it. I'm excited for this.
Oh yeah, me too.
All right.
And so, what are we cooking with?
We're cooking with
This first
Hidetsugu
matchup.
and Kairi, a known Dimir control combo deck. I just said to the guys in the stream that this is a brew that Diego Rio brought up. Dimir on Big Cat. It's a very nice deck. Combo control thing has lots of outs against different matchups.
Yep.
Really solid pile. Every now and then there's like a new spell added for it, more like going in the interactive direction. So regarding the counter spells or the disruption, not so much regarding the big spells, the finish spells, because
Yeah.
they're very specific. You know,
And
you
theirs
have
are very good.
they
they're
have to be
working with-
very good.
Yeah.
I think the Seagate Restoration is amongst the card that is probably the least impactful.
Yep.
In terms of you just draw cards and your opponent loses life, while the rest of them have the potential to win the game.
Yep.
You have the Rise of Eldrazi and Time Stretch and all that stuff. But in a nutshell, really cool deck. We
Yep.
will see it a lot, I think, here on this tournament.
And I think one of the strengths of the deck, as we said, is that once the command zone is resolved, it's really hard to interact positively with.
Yes.
Because if you try to go through it with an attack phase, you can just block, carry that dies, and if you don't kill your opponent at that very moment, you're dead, basically. And once it's resolved, besides all the Phyrex Centaurs or high market stuff that they can do to sacrifice it on the spot, you will have a really tough time beating it other than exiling it. And it is facing a Lady Octopus, so a deck that I wanted for a long time to see play. So
Okay.
I'm kinda happy
It's
to see
more,
that.
we have to be honest. So Blue Affinity was a bit stagnant in the previous years.
Yeah, sure.
You played Zai on Moto,
no,
right? A couple of
yeah.
times, yes.
I love this. Curie too, the small 1/3.
Right, Fury is
from,
also cool.
Fallout.
Also cool, true. I think Lady Octopus is a serious contender. We've seen various lists. We will see how it goes. The commander itself is fully dependent on what you draw, right? So
Yep.
Lady Octopus on itself not providing any value to the game, despite or apart from letting you cast free spells. The appeal to play the deck to me is you play all these Lotus Bloom, Mox Tantalites, stuff like this. Things that you
Absolutely.
sneak into. Cool cards, lots of cool cards.
And stuff like get to Phyrexia, that kind of stuff.
Exactly. That's really cool. So definitely a spicy one. Here we have in an early start with a Mind Stone, it looks like.
Yep.
One Power Stone and an early Urza.
Which is really good, I think.
Yeah,
This
I think
has
so
to
too.
be answered on the stack, and I
Yeah.
think this is exactly what HK is about to do, if I'm correct.
We have a Flare of Denial.
Thank you. Perfect, I didn't know this drawing. And
Yes.
as a follow-up for Lady Octopus, we have a Fabricate, I think it is.
Yep.
So yeah, this deck is like mono blue artifact ramp. It's, I think, I don't quite like this command zone. It has the potential to be really unfair if left unchecked, but it's now 2 for 1 mana, so I think you have few turns to kill it, and then it won't do anything for a couple of turns down later. And you, as you said, you have to have your payoffs in hand. You have some amount of tutors, but you are really dependent on what you draw against any kind of matchups, which sometimes can be tricky.
Yeah, absolutely. I think also brewing wise, it's pretty difficult because you have to have like a good balance between lots of outs in order for your commander to be useful at all.
Yep.
And then again, you want to have some counter magic to fight against whatever your opponent brings up.
Exactly.
You know, and if you add more counter spells, then you have like less artifacts to cast, so your commander becomes more or less useful.
Yep.
And vice versa, like you have less defensive strats against whatever your opponent brings up. So it's very tricky. But so far, what Morgan brings up looks quite solid, I have to say.
A
We
lot
have
of mana,
a
indeed.
Stone of Eric, that's a very good card against Hidetsugu
Yeah,
because it
absolutely.
prevents the trigger.
Yeah. So this is the second cast of Lady Octopus that resolves, and then a Sauron's Ransom from a HK's player at the end of the turn, I think.
Yeah,
And this, stone resolving might be a problem.
definitely. I think this is something that Hidetsugu needs to get rid of, and we know that in Dimir colors,
Yeah, sure.
you have almost no interaction against artifacts, despite from bouncing them.
Yep.
Maybe there is something, maybe a Sink into Super or something like this.
It's not lights out, but I mean, you are pretty safe for
Yeah.
a moment, and you still have your own counter spells to interact with what your opponent tries to do to your Stone of Eric.
Definitely. I mean, the game is not over. You can still cast your commander. It's a 5/4 flying.
Yeah.
You still get your brainstorm, so you can do things. It's just like the instant kill is not available at that point.
Yeah. And when you try to win with just a 5/4 flyer against something that can put into play really quickly an endstone or get to
Yeah.
fire access, something like that, it might become difficult at some point.
Definitely. So here, the Sauron's Ransom revealed a Ponder, a Arcane Signet, Cling to Dust, and a blue card. No, it was the Undercity Heroes, actually. And Kevin decided to go for Undercity Heroes and Cling to Dust, or I think this was the hidden pile, actually. The reveal pile seemed to be a Ponder and Arcane Signet. Here we have a cut down for Lady Octopus. That's what we were talking about. So it's a 0/2 that you can shock it, basically, right? And now casting her for 3 and waiting 2 more turns to cast an artifact with CMC2, unlikely that this will ever happen.
Oh, what did happen to the... Oh, no, it's still into the battlefield, sorry. I thought the Stone of Eric was destroyed, but no, it was just at another place. I think that killing this Lady Octopus doesn't lead you really anywhere in this situation because Morgana has already like 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So I don't think.
I think it's more of a, I mean, you could save it. Then again, I personally think Cut Down is a very awkward interaction spell.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
Like you have to play it in Dimir colors and it hits some things. You can sneak like an early Yoshi and stuff like this. It has its purpose.
Ujin being memory lapse.
Okay, memory lapse is not the counter that we're looking for because it means that next turn Kevin has to deal with it again.
I think it's an answering bridge in Morgan's hand, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I mean, it does something. It's not bad. It's not bad.
No, but I don't think this is the right matchup for the card to shine.
Yeah, that's right. But it also means we were just talking about it's difficult for Demi to get rid of artifacts, right?
Yeah, sure.
So if you bring it down, it means that Kevin likely never gets to attack with Hidetsugu, which would be the second way to deal with this game. Mm-hmm. And that's currently not available. If we see a Seagate restoration, by the way.
I see that. I think that at some point, even if the artifact deck has a small edge because their permanence is quite difficult to answer for HK, Kairi still has the availability to just play lands, play a slow game because Lady Octopus won't kill you really fast either, and just hardcast all your heavy mana spells. Like take 2 turns in a row, make 13 zombies, that kind of stuff. It might just kill your opponent at some point.
True. That would be another option, true, that I didn't talk about. You can just stack your mana and hardcast all these things. Very true, yeah.
At some point down the line, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana.
Right. I mean, Rise of Eldrazi might be hard with 3 colorless as a requirement.
There's Temple of the False God already on the battlefield.
All right,
so
and we
that's
have High
2
Market and
the Tip Quarry.
it's
doable.
Might be doable, yeah.
The Painland too.
Phyrex and Tower also has a colorless, right?
Yeah,
If it's
sure.
not- okay, fair.
I actually died, real quickly on that Eldrazi thingy at some point on MTGO. It was, tough bit.
I can believe that, yeah. So here, Hidetsugu is resolved. Yeah, we have the ring tempted due to the Sauron's Ransom at some point, but there is no ring bearer.
No, because there were no creature, I think, when
Exactly,
the Sun Jetsam resolved. And Hidetsugu and Kairi's player is putting his graveyard at the outside of the playmat, so we don't see all the cards that are here. The 2 that are complicated to see are a Cling to Dust and a Fetch Land.
Yeah. On the other hand, we have Eugen and the bridge, I think.
In hand, I think there's a 3rd card. No, you're right, there's only 2 cards. But why didn't
Yeah, I'm a bit curious too why he did not decide to cast the card. Maybe he was scared of counter magic, which
he wants to use his Inventor's Fair. No, he can't because he only has 3 artifacts. So
He does have 3 artifacts. It works.
oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah. But now we seem to be in his turn actually. So
Yeah.
so he's trying to cast it.
Yeah, okay, it was memory lapse into HK sorcery speed, and then we're in Morgan's turn again. Who'll try to cast this again, and it seems like it resolved. Okay, so that might be a
Oh.
problem.
Yeah, definitely. Also because there are some spells that deal with planeswalkers, things like Long Goodbye, but it's restricted to CMC. And then we have some spells, and I'm not sure if Hidetsugu runs them, that deal damage to planeswalkers, things like the Black March, but I don't think that it runs this card for the interaction package. But we have the Bloodchief Ascension, which is waiting in his hand.
Yep.
And regarding the fact that he has that card, it was good that Morgan decided to minus Eugen
Yeah.
to make use of the full potential, so to say. And here we have the Seagate Restoration coming down. Interesting that he decides to use it as a land rather than casting it next turn.
This screams maybe Cryptic Command to me. Like 4 mana open against a blue deck that absolutely wants to pay their 3 life
Yeah.
to make their 4th land untap. Screams of 4 mana interaction. Maybe Fact or Fiction, maybe something along those
Yeah,
lines.
maybe
but-
there's something. There could be effective fiction. I don't know what's the top card. Top card is a counterspell, I think, the SpongeBob artwork.
Yeah, I don't know what this card is either.
Because, at that point, there is Inventor's Fair open, but
Yep.
the crack costs like 4 plus tapping the Inventor's Fair.
Exact.
So there's not that much, in my opinion, that Kevin needs to be afraid of. Unless Morgan would have like Painter Servant combo ready, which then again would cost at least 6 mana.
Yep.
In addition to the Inventor's Fair crack, that's too much for that turn. So
I don't think this deck plays the combo, if I'm correct. We can't obviously share the deck list with you, but we have access to them to
Yeah.
make the cast easier for us. And I don't quite think Lady Octopus plays this.
No Painter
combo.
Servant?
No, I don't think so.
interesting.
But yeah, I don't know. I've seen a lot of versions of this deck, and this one in particular seems to me a bit light on heavy hitters.
Oh,
on
it
the
actually tries to
hitters.
win with Aetherflux Reservoir, I see.
Oh yeah,
So,
sure, and
P
the Permanence
engine.
Engine.
Yeah, okay.
There are some combos. Looks like.
Interesting.
This was a Ghost Vacuum. I don't think this card would be good
No, I
in any
think
shape
it's-
or form in this matchup.
I think the best you can do is exile your own Urza and
Yeah,
go
absolutely.
for an Urza copy at some point and then make like a big construct.
Exactly what
which
I
is
was
not too bad.
thinking about. The pieces of the puzzle, if I'm
No,
correct?
solve the equation.
Solve the
I think,
equation,
right?
sorry. Yeah, you're right.
So let's see if that resolves. There is a counterspell waiting. The
Yeah, I
SpongeBob.
think this is a counter spell. Yeah.
We have a Dismember. We have
Go for the
another-
throat.
Yeah, go for the throat is true. It's hard to keep track of all the artworks, to be fair. Like, because there's so many artworks due to the secret layers, right?
Actually, I casted Legacy yesterday, and it was far more easier because
I believe so.
everyone has playsets. Very
Yeah.
few people actually has alternate arts and that
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
yeah.
But in Duel Commander, my
It's
god,
a thing of
it's-
nature, right? People go for new pimp all over again. That's
Yeah, you casted the same player like 2 days apart, and the cards are on the same version.
yeah.
That's something.
That's very nice. That's true.
So we are thinking in Morgan's side. I don't think he had his choice in head when he resolved his card. Upheaval might be a beating, actually.
Let's see. He's likely going for Transmute Artifact, like another artifact.
No,
trigger.
he is
Oh, he's going
getting
for Upheaval.
Upheaval,
Oh,
yeah.
he got it already.
And
Well, that's a nice addition, I would say.
if you can make a lot of mana and cast
Yeah.
again what you bounce from your side of the battlefield, might be a nice reset with you having a net start.
Yeah.
This card was a beating a few decades ago. I think
True.
it still is.
Actually, yeah. Okay. The last time I faced it was in Vintage Cube on MTG Arena. That's for a different day where you have all the Moxes and stuff. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But here in this situation is also really good.
I think yeah, because you have like what 6 mana, 7, 8, 9. So you could just upheaval and then play again your 1 per stone,
Yeah.
your land drop for the turn. or just now the untapped signet, because you could play the signet and the power stone if you do it in the right way, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that might be something good, cool to do.
Yeah, the problem is just, the counterspell is still in hand, as far as I noticed.
I think
And
you're
he
right.
could have not cast it right away. There was a window to cast it, I think, because let me check. 2, 6, 7. Yeah, now this is the prismatic wisp that just came down. So there was a window to cast it with the counterspell not being up. But now again, you're facing the counterspell, and then you just exiled your Urza. So you have to think about you. I think
Yeah.
I'd rather activate the Ghost Vacuum.
I think that if you activate yours, in this position, I agree with you,
Yeah.
because if you are evil and you lose yours, I think you lose 2 access to win this game. So by exiling yours now, I think you are telling your opponent that this upheaval is not coming anytime soon.
Yeah.
I think. And in that regard, I don't really know if I'm a fan of that Urza right now, but it might not be critical. And someone in the chat just said that Morgan seems to forgot his life point every turn with Inventor's Fair, and I think they are correct.
Yeah, he forgot it a couple of times. I think he tracked it in the beginning, but it's very relevant. He could have been
Absolutely.
at 21, 22 now. Like,
That's maybe an attack phase from your opponent.
yeah,
and
exactly.
That might become
And it
relevant.
gives you another turn, right?
Yep.
So, as long as Hidetsugu sticks. I'm actually very curious as to why he chose to search for the upheaval in a situation where he can't cast it. I would have rather gone for Transmute Artifact, try to search for like a combo artifact, something. I mean, it
Yeah.
depends on the composition that you need, right? It's not about a Paradox engine in itself. You also need more things.
I think it depends on his game plan too, because he maybe sees something further down the line that we're not seeing.
Yeah,
From
yeah.
my part, I'm not really familiar with this deck, and I'm not really familiar with the Paradox engine and Reservoir types of combo decks, so maybe I'm missing something here. I don't quite know, actually. Okay, this doesn't do any good. This is a Crystal Shard. You may play Historic lands and cast. This could be.
What does I mean, you need something that would bounce.
I
all over
love
again,
this deck.
right?
I
What
love
is
this.
This card you had? And a non-creature spell played as a That's really cool.
Yeah,
Okay, that's a fancy one. That's a fancy one.
a lot of cards that are great in this deck, I think.
I really love the fact that this deck is running the Repurposing Bay. Really cool card. The new blue artifact pot. Inventor's Fair is correct.
Is this Stifle time? Doesn't look like it.
Doesn't look like it, yeah.
At some point, do you want to counter the pieces of the puzzle or the solve the equation, sorry, or the card that your opponent is looking for? With
I would
this
always
spell?
go. I mean, he wasted 3 mana already for the tutor. Then you have like another card added to the graveyard that he can't find later. If you have the ability to counter both,
I think it depends, because a counterspell is still good, but if your opponent goes for something that is uncounterable or an interaction of their own to protect their own spell, maybe this counterspell was relevant to counter the trader with.
that's true. That very much depends on how good can you estimate, like the quality of your
I
estimation.
think that know that the graveyard is more a resource than a lost zone in Commander. I will try to counter the tutor way more than the targets.
Yes, it depends on the deck. I think if you play against Slamfoot,
Yeah,
I
fair
would
enough.
go for the tutor, I think.
Yeah, sure.
Because it almost always ends up in some value creature.
Yep.
And then you don't want the creature to be in the graveyard because there are some reanimator shenanigans. The latest would be Slamfoot, right? But in this case, I think there are not many ways to get back things from the graveyard.
I think you can still have maybe
I mean, the academy could
Academy
be a thing,
and
yeah.
Mystic Sanctuary.
Mystic Sanctuary, yeah, which is already on the field at that
I
point.
think you are right.
And he has the academy. Okay, to be fair, with that board state, yes.
I
So now you would rather go for the tutor. I agree to that, but I think it's always hard to evaluate depending on because
Yeah.
in mono blue, you usually don't find any lands. You just draw them. There's no tutor on lands.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised not to see any fetch lands. Okay, no, there are fetch lands.
Yeah, but like regarding the academy, for example, you cannot find it. You cannot tutor for it. So either you draw it or you don't. And there is a case where your opponent could get it back.
Is it me or this upheaval is resolving? I see HK taking a lot of mana in their pool, like 9. How much is still left in Morgan's side? I think it's three blue mana, I assume.
Yeah.
So
and
we
I
talked
think-
about this Urza, and yeah, no, it's lost for good, and I think it's too bad. I mean, because it could have come down further down the line that this Ghost Vacuum would be played again, and at that moment you could exile your Urza and
Yeah.
have something to do with
Yeah.
your mana and cards. So yeah, I'm a bit surprised to see this line of play, but
Yeah, but then again, he's really much under pressure, I think, because he can't really do anything against Hidetsugu at that point. So I think he needs to act in some way. And the hand looks quite inviting to cast the upheaval at some point, you know. I'm a bit surprised as to.
now he has Mystic Sentry, so he actually could like develop his mana again, play Island, Mystic Sentry, get back of evil.
Later on, yeah, maybe, yeah. That
might
would
be
be
a
annoying. That would be
super-
annoying, yeah.
But still, HK's player has a Cling to Dust in their graveyard, if I remember correctly, so that might not be that big of a deal.
I'm a bit surprised that Kevin is not using his counterspell to counter at least the
Something.
stone, you know, because mana is floated anyways, and now you're at a point at which you need to discard cards.
Yep.
And I mean, the might, it's okay to keep it up. Then again, now your opponent has another turn. Maybe he will bring down the one Power Stone, right, with 3 mana, because the Mind Stone is already there, and you have 3 mana next turn with another island. So maybe that's, in his opinion, not worth a counterspell. He's still waiting for something more valuable to deal with.
But I think at some point, if you die with a counterspell in your hand, is
It's kind of weird,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, absolutely.
This card is powerful. I can answer anything. So sometimes you have this flag of paralysis that, okay, this card is too powerful. I don't want to use it
Yeah,
on X or
yeah.
Y, but you have to use it in the end.
absolutely.
And even if it's in a one mana spell that you're not really that much afraid of, I think like maybe this Stone of Erect was a good target for this counter spell.
Yep.
You had like 9 mana in pool, you didn't do anything with it. I think it's kind of weird. Even he didn't use his Cling to Dust to even like maybe draw.
He could have also done
further
something
cards.
like this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of weird to me. And
Because there are
hi,
a
Maltas.
bunch of cards in the graveyard, so you can use your mana. That's true.
Absolutely.
And draw like some more impactful spells. But well, maybe I mean also with this graveyard in this situation, sometimes it's hard to keep track of. Okay, I have some
sure.
cards in the graveyard still active, you know. and-
Especially in Duel Commander with all the singletons card and interactions that exist only in this format. Like, I mean, well, seeing one Stone, Stone of Eric, and Upheaval in
Yeah.
the same deck.
Yeah, yeah,
Where did you see it?
Yeah, and it's like sometimes you tunnel vision on certain lines and things,
Absolutely.
and then you just forget about that. It's
Absolutely.
that's the advantage of playing online, because MTGO tracks certain things for you, you know, and you don't have to think about everything.
I think it depends on the people because
It probably is.
I keep track better keep better track of stuff in paper. On MTGO, I really have some troubles keeping track of some stuff. For instance, it already happened to me that I was looking for a Detective Phoenix in a deck that's self-milled. I had it in my graveyard. I was looking for it in my graveyard. I just didn't see it.
Okay.
It happened once, but
okay.
it happened. It happens to me really often that on the digital way of playing Magic, or maybe Arena or MTGO, it's not necessarily MTGO related. I really have some troubles remembering or seeing some stuff. Manlands too. In paper, manlands, I always pay attention to them and never die to them.
I get that, because you can somewhat highlight them. Like if you have something laying in the graveyard, depending on how you stack your graveyard, you can just higher it a little bit, and then
Yeah.
you see like wait, this
And
card
even in
still
my-
does something, you know.
Like Vision Zone, I know that okay, this land in particular I keep attention of, and I track this in my mind when I play. And in digital, you can't really like put something around
yeah,
kind of your opponent or
yeah.
keep it in check.
You have to have like an overlay with circles around.
Maybe I should try that.
That doesn't probably work.
Anyway, now
So-
Morgan has developed again and has a
Yeah,
Winter Orb.
couple of things happening here. We have the one Power Stone, and now the Soul Talisman comes down that was suspended. So
Yep.
lots of mana to do things. All of a sudden, it seems that Morgan managed to turn the game.
Yep,
Right.
but still no way to kill actually.
Yeah, that's right.
Here comes the ensnaring bridge. You're not kidding anytime soon, mate. I can assure you.
But as you said, we have the Mystic Sanctuary open next turn, which could put back the Lorien Revealed. We could put back the Instant Sorcery Tutor.
Yep. Yeah.
Solve the equation. That was the name. And I think you still have the Mindstone crack to draw a card, and we have the Academy runes that will come down at some point. So I'd rather, and he goes
What?
for the upheaval again. Okay, guys, this will be a very stally game, I think. But why not? Yeah, we want to see. You wanted to see some upheaval magic. Here you are. That's great.
I don't know if I'm glad or not to see this, but to witness that game. But
Oh, he can even draw it right away, right?
he could actually, and play it
and
right again.
I think that would be the point where
You should maybe
is the counterspell
concede
gone?
if you're
No.
playing HK. Isn't the point where you should concede maybe because you're not winning this game anytime soon with the Winter Orb.
Yeah,
there are
that's
people
true.
that's coming back and forth.
That's true, yeah. Especially with due to the winter orb, and you cannot deal with all of these things.
And there is an expedition map which will fetch a Saga
Yeah.
and kill you really fast.
I was just about to say, yeah, that's definitely a thing, and
Someone in the chat pointed that the Cling to Dust was exiled with the Ghost Vacuum a bit later in the game.
okay,
It
then
wasn't put underneath, so we didn't pay attention
That's
to it.
that's also the case. What happened to the counterspell I just saw? So,
Yeah, sure.
yeah.
This is outside of the playmat.
Yeah, it's a bit outside of our zone, and since we are trying to elaborate what's going on between the lines, we don't always catch up on all of that. But that's what we have the viewers for.
Exactly.
You have the sharp look onto the game, and if we are missing something, you can help us out. Here we have another 3 life paid due to the Sea Gate Restoration.
Sea Restoration,
That's how it was called.
And a solo D that's trying to beat a little bit, and that with Morgan at 9 life, it's becoming quite relevant.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't think that this is going anywhere. There might be a way to bounce or sacrifice the bridge at some point in order to swing with like a very big token.
I think this is the point, the objective of Morgan at some point.
Yeah. I
And
mean, that's the
with-
only win con I see right now.
Yeah. And with Kevin at 10, it could also be quite quick to kill your opponent.
So I'm curious what he searched for, but I would assume it's most likely it was a saga.
Oh no, someone in the
It's,
chat pointed that it's not Secret Restoration, but Soporific Springs, the back end of Sinking to Super.
Okay, yeah, okay, fair.
The other good MDA, blue
Yeah.
MDFs.
all these blue MDFCs must be known to everyone who watched the Modern Pro Tour recently, right?
Oh, yeah.
With the Belcher deck and stuff.
Yeah. Lotus Bloom and stuff, yep. This
Yeah.
was good magic. And Tameshi, some people on our playing group adore
Yeah.
this card.
He actually searched for Dust Bowl instead of Rosa Saga. It's getting more and more interesting, I would say. Lady Octopus is dealt with for the 4th time, so he casted it for 7.
I was double checking just if he was playing Urza Saga, and indeed he is playing Urza Saga.
Yeah, it would be a crime to not play it.
I think so.
I mean, let's be honest. One of the best cards in the deck, probably. There's a subtlety coming down, and as long as Morgan keeps the 3 cards in hand,
I think these are 3 lands, so I don't think they keep them on purpose.
ooh, that's
That's why I don't see this Dust Bowl getting anything down, because yeah, you can kill your opponent's land, but still what you have to play
Yeah.
to do, is to kill or get rid of this subtlety one way or another.
But he drew a
somewhere down the
Paradox Engine, right? Is it a Paradox Engine or what is it?
line. I don't know, but
It's a big spell, or is it another land?
another upheaval.
Oh, all right. We still have the upheaval, right? And there is a spell
Spell
snare,
snare.
Hidetsugu,
That won't.
Shadow of Doubt. Oh, it resolves the second time. Okay. That's a great start already. I like to see that. That's so much fun.
This first round, I thought it was a blast. It will be a blast, and
It still is.
and I think it
I
will
mean-
be for the 21 next minute. That's it.
Yeah,
This one will
yeah. I
last.
mean, I was just about to say we have 30 minutes, 20 minutes left on the timer, so 30 minutes gone already.
I
This
think,
will likely result in a 1-0, unless Hidetsugu. That's what you said in the beginning. At that point, you could actually consider on Hidetsugu's side to just concede.
Yep.
Because they're playing 10 rounds today, I think, right? Or at least 10 rounds to the top 8. I don't know if they played all together on day 1.
No, there will be like 10 rounds today, I think, and
10 rounds,
then
okay.
4 tomorrow.
Okay. So, a draw that early really hurts.
Yeah.
You don't want to be on the draw bracket, and also like you want to have the points and you want to win games early on. Otherwise, yeah,
I would even say that to some extent you'd rather have a lose than a draw.
yeah, even that, right?
Regarding the mana in pool, someone in chat pointed that maybe it was too late to take this mana in pool, but when you are playing upheaval and your opponent takes mana in pool in your answer, you can too do the same thing, I assume.
Hello to Thomas, greeting me in the chat.
Hello.
Plagon. By the way, when you talked about Hidetsugu in the first place, that it's very hard to interact with that. I know that we once had a video on the channel where I played Plagon and against Hidetsugu. Samuel was playing Hidetsugu, and Plagon has the potential to play all these nasty creatures that had Dranif, for example. Dranif does not prevent the life loss, but you cannot cast the card from exile. Then you have this Crystal Barricade that gives you hexproof, so your opponent can't target you with the trigger.
Plus
and stuff
exiling
like this.
removals.
Yeah, right. So there are some niche cards that can deal with Hidetsugu, but they're usually not played in most decks. So
Plagon is a really nice deck.
Plagon is a really nice deck, yeah.
So after this second upheaval, so could we consider this as the game 3?
yeah, kind of. This is the Charizard of Duel Commander, right?
Right. Is it game 4?
Is it game 4? Yeah, that's a fair question here to ask.
You will see these small lotuses be eliminated when people actually win games in this match, but at the moment, no one ever won any game in this match. So, is Morgan's plan just to dust ball his opponent out?
Probably. I mean, one guy in chat said that it's the point of no, it's Lady Octopus wants to stay on camera for as long as possible. Maybe that's a thing here.
Ooh, small
Givers.
threat.
Oh,
This,
yeah.
I think, has an ultimate that kills fast, if I remember correctly.
Let me check. Maybe we can show it for the
Yes,
viewers.
absolutely. We saw a little bit of it in Legacy too, in Mystic Forge
You don't
decks.
have it active, I think. Is it? Oh no, now it
No,
comes.
yeah,
Never mind. Yeah.
In Mystic Forge decks, it was played. So when an artifact you control enters, we put a loyalty counter on Tezzeret for -3. You search a library for an artifact with mana value 1 less. Put it in your hand, then shuffle. For -7, you get an emblem with at the beginning of combat of your turn, put 3+1/+1 on target artifact you control. If it's not a creature, it becomes a 0/0 artifact robot creature. So it has potential to actually end this game.
Yeah, and we've seen a cast after cast after cast. So this one has to be suspended, but Tezzeret is on 6 already.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I mean he could choose to search for.
I think next turn Tezzeret ulti is right. You have to play like at least one artifact, maybe two.
You could okay. You could have actually used the 0 ability to untap the Power Stone, but you cannot cast anything off of that. But still, you can use the ability, right?
Yeah, and I don't think you want to drop this ensnaring bridge because it would prevent you from attacking with.
Yeah, that's
large
right. That's
creatures.
right. But like in terms of like optimal sequencing, maybe bluffing something.
Yeah.
I mean, there are not that many reactive colorless counters spells after all.
I think now you just remove all these dice on your Tezzeret and
Yeah. I think we'll just try to go for it.
And yeah, there is actually a judge at the table.
So
that
he played
was the hand you just saw on the camera.
And he decides to go for the bridge. So he doesn't want to win the game. That's interesting. He just played the Fractured Power Stone, so you could have ultied him.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think once you have the emblem, opponent can do anything.
I think so too, yeah. I mean, again...
He wanted to ult with Tezzeret after playing the bridge to keep the Tezzeret on the battlefield.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't think it is really important to keep it alive, right? Unless you have one cost artifact that helps you get rid of your own ensnaring bridge.
Yeah. I mean, most of those decks, I would have expected this deck to play Painter Grandstone, to be fair, because it's not a good combo, but it's something that you can feature in Affinity, right?
Sure.
And now, here, responding to the trigger, we have a Singeted Super, which is super painful. Super painful.
Back to square one.
Yeah, and we don't have the Winter Orb available because it's in the graveyard.
Yeah, but we have also an Academy runes, so Winter Orb's coming on the top of the library.
So he casted at sorcery speed? Yeah, it seems, right?
Uh,
It's a bit weird. It seems like it was passing the turn, and then he did that sorcery speed in order to prevent the activation from happening.
yeah, it's something that I didn't quite get.
Yeah. I think
this
that's how it went.
sequencing. So 0, he untapped the Poise Stone.
And now we have the Winter Orb coming down, which again cripples Hidetsugu.
Yeah, but you still have no avenue to victory. I mean, I think Morgan, to some extent, is playing not to lose rather than to win.
Yeah,
And I think
it seems to be the case.
this. Okay, so should you wait on this activation? Like, okay, untap, you're untap what? Okay, if you're untapping a non-basic, no, I just ball you.
And also,
I think in terms of timing, it could have been
yeah,
better.
and also the thing like giving away your second blue source might be a bit greedy. Like the Academy runes is definitely a thing. Okay, there's another blue source. Maybe he had that in hand. Oh no, he just drew it off of top, right?
Yes,
So
he
that,
drew it, he drew it. So you will minus Tezzeret to fetch? Okay, I don't know what this game is about anyway now.
I don't know where this game will lead
But
to.
I mean, if you're on Morgan's side, you have all the time in the world to win this game.
Yes, yes.
I actually think he will win in the end. Okay, Moonstone Prototype to keep your mana with
that's
Winter.
nice. That's nice.
That's
So
yeah,
we see some things, but you still don't have a way to finish.
yeah. I mean, you can survive until the end of the clock, but can you actually win? You should have been able to win, I think, some
Yeah.
times ago, by fetching Saga rather than Dustball, I think.
I think the Dust Bowl was not a good search, to be fair.
Yeah.
Because if you manage to cast Upheaval twice and you're ahead on board so much, I think.
Sorry, just this sentence, casting a people try.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I really much enjoy the fact that we saw that on cam here, but
Absolutely.
it's very stally. So
I knew for a fact that getting this deck and this player was about to be a blast. I talked to him yesterday. He did the warm up yesterday. So before he left, we were able to catch each other.
yeah.
Because I actually know Morgan personally. And he told me, yes, I play Lady Octopus. Will you agree? Would you agree to go on their camera on round 1? He said yes. I was like, man,
nice.
that's it.
Cool.
Meanwhile,
We have a Moon Snare prototype coming down, which is a very good combination with the Winter Orb.
yeah, sure, it allows you to have all the mana in the game, but you already kind of did with your mana rocks, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Is it a Soul Talisman or Mox Centelite? Soul Talisman, I think.
Yeah.
Will come back again from Suspend. So at some point you're gonna win this game, but at which point?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking about graveyard on Hidetsugu's side is very stacked, so maybe there's a creature hidden underneath. I think the subtlety is still laying in
Yeah,
Kevin's hand,
yeah, it was bounced, definitely bounced by a Feeble.
and you see like a little smile on his face, like, "What the jukes is going on here? Like, come on!" Yeah, it's the fourth round, as the viewer said, basically in round 4, or game 4 of match 1.
Spell. Well, first spike will be discarded. End of turn. Hand size. By Kevin. So Morgan drew another Mystic Forge. Okay, maybe we're going to do something now.
Okay, cool. Maybe we should show the Mystic Force. to
Yeah,
viewers.
sure. I guess a legacy yesterday, so for me that
You know what it does.
Yeah.
It's not the most known card in Duel Commander. Rarely played,
sure.
and also because you might be a bit biased because you played the Gruul Lady. That also plays the card, right?
Yeah. I actually no, because I don't play the combo version of
Okay.
Maria. But I still, yeah, I was tempting to do it, but I really like
Okay.
the artifact thingy stuff that she did without playing the full combo version.
yeah.
But yeah, anyway, a card that is actually really good in Legacy, but more and more replaced by the One Ring in its own deck. I mean, the deck still named Mystic Forge, but now you have 4 rings, 2 Mystic Forges. So, at which point
crazy.
do you call this deck
I see that,
One
yeah.
Ring point deck? Anyway, I think this could help. I mean, churn through the deck. So maybe at some point finding a win con. Okay, this map maybe represents the Urza Saga.
Yeah.
I hope so. At some point, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we have 10 more minutes for game 1. So maybe we get to find something.
Maybe he's waiting for turns. You
Yeah.
know, okay, I have 2 big ass constructions. Now I get rid of my ensnaring bridge. I attack, you die.
Yeah.
You have no lands, so you will die eventually.
Yeah, I think the world map should do the job because you can't really pay too much life to exile the top cards with your Mystic Forge. Considering that he's on 5. it's still funny that we're still in game 1. But yes, we are in game 1. To everyone who's
Absolutely.
wondering, lots of things happening here. I can definitely say and there's the Orthodox Reservoir. Okay, that's a thing. That's a thing.
And with Mystic Forge, it can actually represent something this turn.
There's a counterspell. It's not a legendary artifact, but we have the Tails End that could actually stifle the final trigger.
Oh,
That would be crazy. That would be crazy.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
If we get there. But okay, searching for another CMC1 artifact.
What
Could it be? We have a couple of things on board already. Oh, by the way, as I said, I was thinking about whether or not there's something with the Ghost Vacuum to exile. As long as we have the stone on board, everything is automatically exiled, so we can't even make use of that. But to be fair, he could have used the Ghost Vacuum all over again to exile all the other cards.
Is there no
to make-
creatures in these graveyards for the Ghost Vacuum to attack? Or maybe Morgana is absolutely tunnel visioned on a combo win with Reservoir.
I mean, the more complex the board state becomes, it's harder to keep track of it, and that's exactly what happens right now. We have a couple of artifacts. We have the Winter Orb things going on. We have a passive Ghost Vacuum activation. The stone is permanently there. There's an ensnaring bridge.
the map actually searched for a basic island.
Why?
It was used, I think, to shuffle the deck to just continue your chain with
Okay.
Mystic Forge.
Maybe there is something we do not see. Lightning Greaves? Lightning Greaves would be perfect with a Saga token, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Another land on the top. I think it is a fetch land, so it will be exiled. Yes. We are deep in the tank.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what he's going for, because
What is the? You have to click. It goes.
okay,
It poses.
yeah. Here.
What?
Trying to figure out
do
what
you name on this needle?
That's also a good question, because there's not much to name, right? Could be fetch lands. Fetch lands don't really matter. You have a Winter Orb. You have the Dust Bowl.
I was thinking about like a cycling stuff that could wreck you.
Yeah,
at some point.
maybe that. We have Emery. So what he was searching? He was searching the Pithy Needle. No, that came from top.
Yes.
It seemed that he would search the Mishra's Bauble. Or was it? No, it was a world map actually, right?
Yeah.
World map.
It was,
And what is this artifact here?
which one?
The one on field. That he just. It seems to be a land or not. I can't identify like this card here. This card.
Oh, this one.
This one here.
Maybe we can click on it and.
Oh, yeah.
Ebony Fly.
Ebony Fly.
Interesting one.
Enters tapped. Roll a d6 until end of turn. You may have become an XX insect artifact which with flying, where X is the result. That's the win con. That's the win condition. Okay. That's great. Okay, we have the Evenly Fly as a win condition.
What killed me actually was the GTMS name onto this piece thing needle. Like, would your opponent ever play this GTMS?
Oh, we have the
this
new.
situation?
We have the new. It's not. It's called. How's the Transit Mage? So that one completed the cycle.
Yep.
We had.
I think that's why it's called Transit Mage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We had the trinket. We have the trophy. We
The
have
treasure.
the. Treasure is the one that searches
For sixes.
for
I
5
think.
and 6, right? No, this
Six.
one searches for 6 and more.
6 and
6 and
more.
more,
I
and
think,
this
yeah.
one for 5 and 4.
Yeah.
Trophy Mage for 3, and Tribute Mage for 2.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
a cycle.
After 25 years of
Yeah,
mages.
exactly. We can finally search the Paradox engine with another mage. But even in Fly, that's the MVP. Definitely
With
MVP.
your
of
opponents
today.
at 6, you still have that ensnaring bridge though, so you have to roll until you make a 1.
Right? Can you? No, you cannot. Yeah, okay.
If you want, it will be shown here or that. Or they may have, you may have become an XX as a result. So I think you might just pay 4 roll. If it's a 1, fine, I will attack you.
what you could do? No, that doesn't work. So when you roll the die and it becomes a creature, no matter what, and then you activate Tezzeret and you put a 1/1 counter in it.
Oh.
What was the? So another creature gets a 1/1 counter. Okay, but it doesn't stay like a 1/1 creature because this effect would only last until end of turn.
Someone made a fair point, like you can activate the Ebony Fly, put +1/+1 on it with Tezzeret. High market, yep. So this is a grind fest.
Yeah. So to be completely fair, if Hidetsugu would have scooped at the right point, this could have been a 2/1. Right?
Yeah.
Because overall, I would expect Hidetsugu to win this matchup in, let's say, at least 7 out of 10 times.
I really
Because
don't
of
know
the-
because as we pointed out earlier, HK doesn't have that much way to interact with artifacts.
Yeah.
And yeah, when you have a lot of small working pieces together, might be
Yeah, might be a thing. That's true. What I'm thinking about is you counter the relevant, like you deal with Lady Octopus right
Yeah.
after she comes
You
down.
counter the
and
relevant
then you counter
H
relevant
pieces.
stuff, and like all the mana doesn't really matter if you have no output, right? So
perfectly
you just
agree.
okay, you have mana, and unless you don't bother me with the upheaval again, I'm fine.
Yeah, I think you are right. Like you can just counter this turnover X stuff
Yeah.
that prevents you from winning with HK,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
quickly just resolve HK because you don't play that much counter spells
Yeah,
in
yeah.
this Lady Octopus deck. Resolve HK and then make 13 zombies, take 2 turns, and you're dead.
I mean, to be fair, in the first game, you don't know how much counter magic you will face against this
Yep.
deck because as we said in the beginning, the variants or the versions are very very different. So yeah,
Winter Orb actually was removed at some point. I'm sorry I didn't see it, but I'm pretty sure because this subtlety was cast for 4 mana and now 4 lands were untapped from Kevin. And yeah, Morgan also untapped all his lands. So I think actually, what is this?
that's a paradox engine.
Okay.
That's the Kaladesh
Invention
invocation invention. It's which is likely going to be
Cryptic Command?
Cryptic Commanded. Yeah. Still 2 minutes on the clock.
Like counter bounce now, bouncing the Ensnare Bridge now won't do you any favor. And now Morgan is at 26 thanks to his Aether Flux
Yeah.
Reservoir.
Maybe there is a window to. I mean, it's difficult if the Winter Orb is gone now. Maybe there's still a window to get up to the life points in order to use the Aether Flux.
I think now it might be just lights out because I mean you have this Mystic Fort that allows you to play from the top of library. You have your Tezzeret that puts counter when you do something. When you play a spell, you will untap everything that you own,
Yeah.
so you can make mana in response.
So here we have a liquid metal torque,
Yep.
which can turn other things into artifacts. I think it's non-land permanence, if I remember correctly.
I think you are right because they still play liquid metal coating in Wish
Right.
Wish boards.
Right,
to
right, yeah.
Stone Rain your opponent.
Very true. Yeah, as we said, very complicated board set at that point. Actually, I
It looks like a deck.
Yeah.
Like, man, all my 1 mana cost artifacts are here.
exactly. That's how chaotic a Lady Octopus game can turn out.
This is a reality chip. I don't think this will change. Yeah, no, actually, I was just enjoying the moment here. So this was leading to somewhere, but
I mean,
no.
to be fair, the combination between Mystic Forge and Aetherflux Reservoir is definitely good. So you can always pay the life to exile the top card. I mean, you can do it once a turn. It's not too crazy, but still, getting more and more artifacts. That's a reality chip now, entering the field.
What is written here on this token? Is it mana in pool, maybe colorless?
That's a good question.
Or storm?
I have no idea.
I think it's colorless.
Probably.
Thrun Dynamo?
But
Yes, I definitely think it's colorless and the judges are keeping track of it.
but now he can maybe... Is there... Okay, he could roll a die to activate the Ebony Fly, right?
What?
And then... Is there a land drop already done? Because he could then equip the reality chip to the creature, excuse me, and thereby get the land from top.
Uh-huh. Maybe.
Maybe continue with the Mystic Force
I
to
think-
keep casting more and more spells.
You could.
What is that?
Oh, good question. You can click it. So maybe on the spell table thingy.
Here we go. A Stone Speaker Crystal.
Okay, so this is a 4-mana artifact that makes 2 mana, and for 2 sacrifice it, exile any number of target players' graveyards, draw a card.
Yeah, it's not too impactful right now, but it does more mana.
Yeah.
And in combination with the Paradox Engine, I'm very confused as to why. I mean, Kevin decided to not counter the Paradox Engine, maybe because he wants to bait Morgan into going through the entire deck, trying to go up at 50 life in order to shoot the damage with the Aetherflux Reservoir.
The Iron Crag, okay.
So let's just check the wording on the card real quick.
I think it is an activated ability, you pay 50 life, yep.
Yep, pay 50 life, deal 50 damage. So it can be tails-ended,
Yep.
and that's probably what we're waiting for.
So now you're doing a shit ton of mana, I don't know how much there is, but...
You can... I mean, you can...
Actually, when
just-
the orb is still here, but it
can-
was tapped, and yeah.
I was just thinking about you use these tokens and you just draw like an infinite sign. It doesn't really matter because at that point I have like a bunch of colorless mana.
Yeah, practically infinite, yeah.
Yeah. So we're at 50 here. And I think even if the first ability gets stifled,
I think you can still like go and churn through your deck, and as you gain 1 life more each spell you play, you can, I think, activate Reservoir 1 more time.
yeah, sure.
Because you get 1, 2, 3, 4, etc.
Yeah, if you you gain 1 life for each spell you've cast, right?
Yep.
That's the thing.
Yes.
Right.
So
okay,
it's,
so it doesn't really matter. So it's very unlikely that the
I-
Tails End will do the job.
Yeah, I think so.
So maybe, but then again, it doesn't matter. Like, okay, we have the Tails End here. It's like, oh yeah, cool, you have the Stifle. Do you have a second Stifle? Is the question. Probably not.
And the judge is taking care of the lap, so it's something, man.
That's hilarious. Okay.
I'm actually enjoying the moment.
Yeah, me too. The double up people already did it.
I think it's like a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
But because we're not around this table, because I think the HK players is just decomposing right now. We can see their legs moving. They're not in the good
Yeah,
shape.
yeah.
And I think Morgan too is really under pressure because
Yeah.
it's the last table.
Yeah.
I think the event that is still playing.
But you also saw like you don't see it on your frame because we have the overlay, but we also see his gestures.
Yeah.
And he seems to enjoy it too. It's like, okay, yeah, if I start a tournament like that, it's okay.
I mean, man, I think this
That's crazy.
is the best first round we could have aimed off for this tournament.
That's a very good start to the day.
By the way, in the chat, could you please give us a small update regarding the sound?
I just wanted to ask. Yeah.
Perfect.
Good point. Good
sound
point.
and image quality. Image, I think we have the screen, so it's supposed to look fine. But tell us what you think about the sound. Are our voices at a good level? Some
Yeah,
of us
is it
are
kind of
perfect.
equal? If one of us is too loud or too quiet, just let us know. Definitely.
Wonderful?
Great.
No more blue mana. Is it What the turn was just what?
What, he just passed?
It just passed. Yes, Kevin untapped.
Oh no!
Oh no! I just. But now.
But it's a first extra turn,
is
so
there?
Subtlety can attack.
Yeah, because 3 cards in hand. Oh no!
If this game, by the way, there's a Zoran's Vengeance in its
Oh,
understand.
and we're not too far away. Is this
Waiting
Soren's
for-
vengeance?
That's probably
it, what I think. I know. I love this untapped phase from Morgan. Like,
yeah.
these 15 cards.
Yeah, you know, he has a pile with 20 artifacts already. He's like, okay, this does colorless mana.
If I was him, I think I would put a die or number beside the pile of cards. So
Yeah.
when I tap this pile, it's 15 mana, right?
So let's see.
1,
Jesus.
2, 3.
3,
I mean, keep
4,
them stacked, man, please.
5, 6. Ay.
Is there a Farewell Stone in all these artifacts? Because I think there is a Farewell Stone.
Yeah.
I think this
Yeah.
make blue. So this might be relevant.
Felwas one, I thought it was a Fractured Stone.
Oh,
The Fractured Stone does
think,
colorless mana.
I,
There we go. There's the Fractured Power Stone.
yeah,
This one.
I was thinking about another one, but maybe I misread.
It's right to the next. Felwas Stone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
right.
I
This one
believe
does
that an
mana.
opponent land
Yeah.
can so it
Yeah.
actually does blue mana.
Yeah.
I'm just here to give you an information, guys. So the game is really complicated.
We saw
And
it.
so Morgan can't count the amount of mana on life on only dice. So he need help for the judge. And so the judge is just near him with a paper, a pen, and he's noting every life and every amount of mana on his notebook to follow what Morgan Laleure is doing.
Okay.
Okay, it's just for the clearer of the stream because you can't see
Oh, we
the
dropped
amount
the
of
game
mana.
like 15 minutes ago. Don't worry, man.
So
Thank you very much, man.
Thank you for the update.
It's already really nice.
That's awesome. So, we are game 6, I guess.
Yeah. So 3 more matches to play.
How many of peoples have been cast this game?
That's the question of today.
Oh man.
This will definitely be the meme of today.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, this Farewell Stone actually is relevant because it actually makes blue mana, and I think this might be really relevant because I think last turn he had to pass because he didn't have any more blue mana.
Yeah.
Though I don't think if this is taken care of by the judges, I assume so regarding what Bagish just said us, but well.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. You know, he sacrificed a couple of islands in order to deal with the non-basic lands. Might have been the time to finish the game right away.
This is Harper Earth.
That's a Torpor Orb, exactly.
Okay.
That's the newer artwork from... I don't know how the set is called. Doesn't matter. It was one of these extensions that Wizards discontinued because it was not very successful.
Math or something like that.
Something like
maybe?
this, yeah. Yeah, it was from
yeah.
the Cowboy set.
Outlaws at Thunder Junction.
Yeah.
Big score.
Big score, exactly. That's it. That's very good.
Oh yeah, I'm impressing
You're
myself.
Nice. That's right. So, Turbo Orb. It's kind of relevant to prevent the Brainstorm from coming down. When if Kevin gets another turn to cast, I doubt it.
Doubt it.
I doubt it.
I strongly doubt it too.
Yeah.
So a lot of mana.
I think he's just witnessing his own death.
Witness.
There's the Winter Moon in order, or if Winter Orb is not enough, just make sure if I pass the turn
This really
another
looks
time.
like a goldfish, you know.
Yeah, it really does. It really does. When you're on Moxfield, like you have some spicy brew and you're going through all the lines and then you're completely into it. 50 cards down the library, all worked out, and just play more and more and more.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Let's see where this goes.
Yeah.
Just for the fun of this.
Really nice.
So, I think he's doing what you told a bit earlier, like activating the Bonifly and equipping the the thingy reality chip to it.
Yeah.
I think this is what's happening.
Yeah. I mean, at least to get less like reducing the amount of lands in your library in order to go through with the Mystic Forge, or now that you have the reality chip, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Right. Before that, what is that card actually?
Which one?
This one here. Forensic Gadgeteer. That's a cool one. That's
Yep.
that's a cool addition. So whenever you cast an artifact spell, investigate. Not that it could be relevant because making clues.
Yes,
you can draw the
absolutely.
lands, cast the other spells from top of your library due to the
Absolutely,
Mystic
yeah.
Forge. And here we have another one that I'm not sure about.
Thank you, Zarkov, in the chat, because all these last messages regarding the French and English cast we already answered yesterday. So first of all, please be kind. Second of all, yes, we absolutely stream in English because it was asked by the production, and because we absolutely want international people to see this international event. You could guess that with 960, 70 players or
Almost
something,
1,000 players. Yeah.
there are a lot of international people that love to follow the stream, and if we are doing it in French, I mean, there's no point in doing it.
I mean, you have to admit, Duel Commander has its roots in France.
Sure.
Definitely. Then again, since Duel Commander was released on MTGO, it really became international, and many players from among the world or all across the world are interested in this format. That's why I'm here. That's why we're doing it in English.
Yeah. And actually, a lot of people, if there are some English speakers in the chat, please let us know and tell us that you are happy to see this in English. Or if there are only French people in the chat, you could tell us too. But yeah, I think
So-
a lot of silent people are watching the stream right now and enjoying it in English.
Yeah.
Anyway, for the games at our hand, we missed. How many spells do you think this pile of cards represents in the middle?
There was some more stones cast. There's a Cold Stone Heart. I haven't seen this card for quite some time.
Wait, why did you not just activate the other Flux Reservoir with?
Maybe trying to search for the.
Oh, yes,
text,
sure, no, no,
like
before-
being very sure to not.
No more shenanigans.
So to sum it
Please.
up, yeah, that's the handshake.
Yes.
We had double upheaval, and now we have double Aetherflux Reservoir for the win. We had a world map activation. We had an expedition map activation that both were not searching for the Urza Saga. Think about that. But yeah, here we go. After going through 75% of your deck, Morgan managed to win this game 1-0 in round 2. I think this is a very draining.
No, we're still in
round.
round one, man.
It's crazy. But GG's to him.
Yep. That was awesome.
I would like to have an interview. But
Maybe we could.
the
Maybe we
players are just starting the next round. I think this is the very last game, or could be one of the very last games in round 1.
yes.
So
We'll take a short break and
Yes.
the VOD here. So see you for the next round in a few seconds.
stay tuned.